This shit let me record. Why is it not letting me record? I feel like an old man right now trying to figure this out. I'm
Some
trying to look for the record button so I can record the Jones. You feel me?
Oh no, I'm already recording on my side. I got you.
All right. So you got me. All right. Cool. All right. Let me take this off. All right. Countdown, baby. Let's get it.
All right, give me a second. All right.
1, 2, 3. Let's get it.
Okay. What's good, Levi?
What's going on, man? What's going on with you, Alan?
Not much, Playboy. It's just me and you today. It's just me and you today.
Yes,
And
sir.
we're doing a special. We're doing a special for the Travel Hoopers, bro. Because it's the trade deadline and all this shit going on. And I don't know about you, but I ain't want to miss it. I had to talk about this.
Yeah, there's a lot of trades going
A
on
lot of
right now.
trades, Playboy. Yeah, and the fact that they just traded away my son Markelle Fults, I feel hurt. Feel hurt. I had a lot of faith in him, bro. I really do. Um, we gonna see what he gonna do down there in was that Orlando? I'm sorry that you had to go to Orlando, bro. But,
Ooh,
happiest place on earth. That's nice,
I
right?
guess. I mean, the organization probably not, but you know, the
But
area.
he get to go to Disney World for free though. Like I guarantee he gets to go to Disney World for free.
I mean, they're sponsored by it, so I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah,
I
I
don't see why
just
not.
yeah. Jonathan Simmons is a nice little upgrade though, considering you weren't getting much from Fultz at all. So
Yeah, zero production
yeah,
whatsoever.
nah. Kind of feel bad for Nick Stoltzfus and Wade Baldwin though.
Yeah, I
I,
seen that one.
I really hope these boys ain't paid no apartments, bro. Ain't paid
Yeah.
for no apartments in these other cities they got traded to.
I feel bad for him, bro. So
They got
bad.
so many frequent flyer miles, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hopefully they don't like just buy a house because they might get traded again. Low key.
Bruh, I just feel bad for Wade Baldwin because they kind of hyped Buddy up, took him in it took him in a lottery too, bro. And then it was kind of like, you know what? Actually, we don't really need you.
Yeah, he played for Memphis. He played for Sacramento. I didn't even know he played for Sacramento. Now he's going to the Houston Rockets. Like what?
Yeah, bro.
Nick Sauskas too. He hasn't even been in the league that long, and he already got traded about 3 or 4 times already. So that's bad.
Nick Stauskas is like the ultimate journeyman, bro. And like for sad reasons, that's kind of cool, but really sad at the same time.
Yeah.
Uh,
And another story reminds me of like Nick Stauskas is Michael Williams. You remember Michael Williams, light skinned dude?
Michael Carter Williams,
Yeah,
NC Love, yeah.
played for Syracuse. Came in the league, he was cool, but then he just died. Just died, literally. Got...
Yeah, not literally.
I mean, not literally, but his game, the hype, all of that.
No offense, he had hype.
He had a little hype. I was hyped for him, low key.
Oh, that's on you, B. Because that's that's sad. I've never.
I,
But it's something about 6'6" point guards whose best quality is length that I have no faith in whatsoever, bro.
yeah.
Like,
So you don't have faith in Lonzo?
I've never had faith. Lonzo's always been cool to watch, but I think the minute he was not the best athlete at his position, that's when everything went downhill.
How about D'Angelo Russell?
I love D'Angelo Russell, bro.
Me too.
I honestly think that is the trade. They're already getting kicked in the ass for that trade now with how
Yeah,
everything is going. But I really didn't understand why they traded him. To be honest with you, bro. Like,
because
what?
because of that Nick Young incident. It was a
Bruh,
cancer in the locker room.
they didn't even have Nick Young the next year. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
that's true.
In the
They don't
future,
even.
And if you really think that one incident is anything compared to having a LeVar Ball in your locker room, come on, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you out of your mind. But
that's true.
Let's stop talking about these small potatoes, bro. Right now, what are your 3 best trades so far? The deadline's not up. I think we still got 5 minutes left. So unless they trade Anthony Davis within the next couple of minutes, which would be bananas, nah, that ain't gonna happen though.
My favorite one so far is the LA Clippers in the Philadelphia 76ers receiving Tobias Harris and Mike Scott and Boban. And the LA Clippers receiving Wilson Chandler, Mike Muscala, Landry Shamet, and 2 first-round picks, one from Miami and one from Philadelphia. I like that one, mainly because they both got an even trade, kinda, and it was a pretty cool trade for the Philadelphia 76ers moving forward because they have more shooters, and yeah.
Yeah, bro. I like that trade, and I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw that happen on because I got the boy Woj on Twitter alert. So
Yeah, man,
the
he's
minute I
killing
saw
it.
that, bro, the minute I saw that, I was like, okay, Philadelphia. Because not gonna lie, at the beginning of the year, I was like, it's definitely the Bucks versus the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. And after that trade, I'm like, I have no idea whatsoever. Because you have, 4 All-Stars and a borderline All-Star in JJ Redick for JJ Redick reasons. Like, if JJ Redick would have played on that Atlanta Hawks team when they got all 5 starters into the All-Stars, he would be an All-Star. But he did not play on that team. So I realistically feel like he should be an All-Star at some point, at least, just to make him feel good about himself. But yeah, bro, that starting 5 is mean. I don't know what that bench is looking like for real. I can't think of anything spectacular that comes off of it outside of Boban, and I'm a big fan of anybody that can dunk without jumping. Like, that's weird. But nah, bro, the best thing about this trade is low key. I follow like Brian Windhorst and like Zach Lowe, and they was talking about how this trade also kind of affects Boston, because if they do poorly enough, the Boston loses a first round pick, and it also somehow affects another pick that they have, so it kind of lessens the value. So if they do try to go for Anthony Davis in July, is looking a little less, but I really don't think Boston is even gonna get that trade through. What's your next best one?
I'll say Rodney Hood going to the Portland Trail Blazers. That's just adding another guard to their to their arsenal that they need, especially coming in the playoffs. But I don't know if Rodney Hood's gonna reach his full potential. But I like that one as also. Once again, prayers out to Wade Baldwin and Nick Stauskas. Prayers to those guys, man. Goodness gracious. But I like that one as also. What do you think about it?
I'm gonna be real with you. I think it was kind of a stupid trade, just because. Why?
Because they need more guards.
They don't need more guards. If they need guards, they need somebody that can defend. And Rodney Hood is not a defender like that. Rodney Hood is.
He could be.
No.
He could be. He has the body, man. He has the size.
But
he
he's
could,
not.
but he don't. Yeah, that's true.
This is what, 3rd, 4th year in the league. Like, we already know what you are, and you're not a defender, bro. You're trying to get buckets, and that's cool. But you're like Evan Turner without the ability to run an offense that does not end with you scoring the ball. Like,
yep.
What are we doing? Yeah. You got like a pool version of a 6'8" McCollum, minus like all the good things that make CG McCollum crazy. Yeah.
I'm trying to look for another trade that I like. Like they're okay. No. Those are only two so far, really. But smart, if you want to ask what's smart, is when the Miami Heat got rid of Tyler Johnson. He was getting paid up to like $20 million. They got that off their books now, so I think that's smart for the Miami Heat to get rid of that guy because he's not producing to those dollars. You know what I'm saying? He's not producing $20 million on the court. He's not doing it. I'm sorry. Averaging 10 points a game. Get this guy out of here. You know he doesn't deserve that money. He's not going to come out and play 100%. So I think that was a good trade for them. Bro, do you freeze? You cool, bro? Bro, you like frozen right now, bro.
Yeah, bro. But so who's your third best trade?
Uh, Man, I mean, I'm not a fan of most of these trades, but one we should talk about is the Dallas Mavericks receiving Chris Porzingis, Tim Hardaway, Courtney Lee, and Trey Burke, and New York receiving DeAndre Jordan, Dennis Smith Jr., Wesley Matthews, and a second round pick. Let's talk about that, man. What's going on with that, man? How do you feel about that
Right,
trade?
I love it. It's, in it's weird. I kept seeing comparisons to like Steve Nash and Young Dirk when they were together, and
Yeah.
of course that's not what it's going to end up being. But bro, I think it could be just as fun, bro. Kristaps is like a athletic version of Dirk, and then with um, with Luca, you kind of just got to do that can do everything, bro. Like
Oh yeah.
that I can't wait for that pick and roll, bro. I cannot wait for that pick and roll, especially if they get there like filling down. That's going that's gonna give so many defenses hell, and I can't wait, bro.
Oh,
And plus, I got season tickets. I'm gonna
oh,
be at every game, bro.
you got to. It's only right.
I have to, and I'm gonna see if I can write for them so they can stop playing with me, so they can give me money to talk about stuff I already paid for.
I
Yeah.
get paid a little bit for my other one. You should
Okay.
get on. You should get on, man. You should get on, man. And I get paid from the sponsor. That's all I get paid from. So that's
Oh,
all.
we'll we can record some whatchamacallits later, bro. Because I got like
That's
5 sponsors that I need
what
to.
I'm talking about.
But no, I really like it for both teams to be honest with you, because it
Yeah.
clears up a lot of cap space for both teams. I think Tim Hardaway's contract is good for like another year, but I think Courtney Lee and Trey Burke they're up this 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 free agency. Same thing with New York. So if they want to blow everything up, well, they're already in the midst of blowing everything up, bro. It's a war going over there. But
Oh yeah.
they're gonna have the cap space to go ahead and get whoever they want, whether it's KD, who does not want you to talk about free agency.
Yeah,
So
I've
don't
seen
do
that.
that. Don't do that. Your hands, his
grow,
long arms, and his gangly body.
grow up, grow up, grow up, guys.
Brother, Slim Reaper, boy. Y'all gonna stop playing with that man,
Yeah, for real, for real. He's just going off. He's just
bro.
going off.
When he fixed his eyes on that report and was like, "You grow."
I was weak. He said, "I'm done. You know what? I'm done. I'm done with you guys."
It's like, you don't care about that. You know you don't care about that.
They gonna ask him.
He just changed the subject for you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you
So how's the team? You don't care about that. I'm done.
He's like, but I just, oh snap, bro. What do you feel about people in the media saying that it's part of your job to talk to the media?
I mean, I think it's stupid to be honestly, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, players have to they have to do what they have to do because they're getting paid to do it. So I guess that's one of the things of being an NBA player. You got to talk to the media. But even though the media can ruin your life, ruin your career, can do a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't. I don't necessarily know if that's true, unless that's like in your contract or like something the NBA tells you when you get drafted. Like you got to talk to these guys. Because if it's not, but I've never seen the NBA contract. Hopefully one day I will. But
yeah,
I personally haven't, so it doesn't make sense for the person who does not have the information for you to say it is part of your job. It's not, bro. It doesn't seem like it is because yeah, it seems like it's just the opportunity to get more faces in front of like the TV and whatnot. And realistically, that's kind of lame, bro.
yeah, yeah. Hopefully one day you do get to see a contract, so we can talk about it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
That'd be cool, man.
yeah, bro. Uh, let's go through and rank like the trades that happened since it looks like what November.
Yep.
All right. First trade coming up. It's Philadelphia 76ers when they got Jimmy Butler and Justin Patton.
Yep.
For Robert Covington, Dario Saric, Jared Bayless. What grade would you give this?
I'll give him a B plus. I'll give him a B plus, especially for 76ers for getting Jimmy Butler. You know, getting another star there, a perennial all star. I would say, and more grit and grind on that team. They need that. You know, the 76ers need that. And also coming from the Minnesota side, they need more vets on their team. They got the young guys that don't want to play to their full potential. For example, Andrew Wiggins and Cat. Those guys, man, I swear, man, they just frustrate me, man. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I gotta give him a B too. Anytime you get a guy who's an actual finisher, I don't believe Joel Embiid is an actual finisher, especially if you got to get a ball to him in the post. We saw too many times where he dribbles off his own foot, does something crazy, especially against Al Horford, who they're going to have to see. So I'm glad you got somebody like Jimmy Butler who's going to be like, give me the ball, bro. Get out the way, give me the ball. And I'm not even going to talk about Ben Simmons. There's not too much you can. Ben Simmons is the dude. He's the best passer on the team, but the only way I feel like uh, he's viable when there's like less than 5 seconds left on the clock is him going up for a oop. That's and he can't throw the ball into himself. So they needed somebody that can actually go ahead and get that on offense, and that's what they got in Jimmy Butler. Justin Patton, I'm not even sure what he does anymore, bro.
Yeah, not anymore at least. Maybe
when he got drafted and they were talking about like he's gonna do something. I don't know if I can't tell you anything he's ever done in his career. But it kind of hurts that they got rid of Saric and Covington because them Them boys is ballers, but
Yeah, they were.
I feel like their production doesn't equal a Jimmy Butler, even if that does mess up. What's that stuff called? Chemistry. Uh,
Yeah.
let's move on to the next trade. Uh, Kyle Korver going back to the Jazz for Alec Burks in 2 second-round picks. What grade would you get this?
I'll give it a C. I'm neutral about this one. I'm not sure like if they got, you know, this like an even trade, I guess. I mean, the guys are not both of the guys, Kyle Korver and Alec Burke, they're not really, you know, players. But for the Utah Jazz, they do need more shooting because they're relying too much on Donovan Mitchell. So he needs a shooter, especially if he's getting double teamed. He could pass out the ball to Kyle Korver. I mean, if he's even on the court. But that's the only thing I can see on that.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I would probably go with a C plus because what happens later on for Cleveland, they do get to flip him. We'll talk about that trade later. But this one in particular, um, it's like it's almost like you were saying, it's neutral. Like you get points wise, you'll probably get around the same production with Alec Burks. I think you definitely miss some creativeness with Kyle Korver because I don't know, but he can take 2 dribbles and score the ball. I can't remember the last time I saw him take a pull up jumper. I can't even think the last time I saw him get to the rim, bro. Um,
The
he's
playoffs.
Ashton Kutcher just out here catching
Yep.
them threes and letting it fly, and it's good for them because they need the spacing. Because especially at this point when everybody but Joe Ingles was struggling from the 3-point line.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah, you ready for the next one?
Let's get to the next one. Let's see.
All right. Bucks receive George Hill, Jason Smith, and a second round pick for Matthew Dellavedova, John Henson, a first round pick, and another second round pick. All right.
uh
And Washington Wizards got Sam Decker.
okay. Okay. I'll give it this one a B. I'll give it a B. Mainly because the Milwaukee Bucks receives a veteran point guard. They need that point guard. The backup point guard position solid. Um, I'll say Brogdon is more of a shooting guard type, so they don't really have a backup point guard to come, to give Eric Bledsoe a break when he's sitting on the bench. They need that. They definitely need that. And Matthew Dellavedova going back to Cleveland. I don't know. I mean, he wasn't really productive with the Bucks. Maybe because he didn't fit in the system. I'm not sure. Sam Decker to the Washington Wizards. Uh, I guess that's a good fit. I don't know. I don't know. The Washington Wizards are, they're
Them
struggling.
boys butt, bro. You can
They're
say it.
struggling. They're
Them boys,
struggling.
them boys butt.
I wanted to be nice, man. I wanted to
No,
be
I'm
nice.
nice, bro. Boys butt, and I'm so glad they should have traded everybody. To be real with you, just restart, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that boy out of Porter's out. He from Missouri, bro.
Yes, sir.
George Hill, Jason Smith. I'm pretty sure Jason Smith got waived because if not, that boy just collected a nice little check for doing nothing besides carrying somebody's bag. I imagine. But George Hill is an upgrade over Matthew Dellavedova, efficiency wise, defense, leadership. Even though Matthew Dellavedova is the greatest Steph Curry stopper to ever play a game of basketball in his entire life. We all know that he's the GOAT.
Stephen Curry stopper. Are you serious?
Yeah, bro. I know
He
you remember
still
that
dropped
game.
30. He still dropped 30 on him.
Right, he ain't dropped 30 on that
He
game.
still dropped 30 on him.
He ain't dropping on Matthew Dellavedova. Tell you that.
He still dropped 30 in that series.
He had, Matthew Dellavedova had that boy out here looking like Bob Cousy and in the circle, yo. Just like, come on, bro. Pick your ball up and go home. John Henson's really fell off in the last couple of years. He
Yeah, I
was
agree.
kind of a defensive specialist, but I really haven't heard anything from him. And then Sam Decker, you know how I feel about all of the dudes that were drafted from Wisconsin.
Fall offs.
Bruh, I feel like they would be really good overseas. And that's literally how all I have to say about Sam Decker. He has had moments where he's like posterized people, but very quiet from that camp. Very, very quiet. And that's how I feel like it should be.
Yeah.
Uh Want to move on to the next one?
Yes, sir. Let's get it. December.
Right. Washington Wizards get Trevor Ariza for Austin Rivers and Kelly Oubre Jr.
Uh, even though Austin Rivers is at the Houston right now, but I like it. I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B for the Washington Wizards for trying to get some defense, trying to do something for their team because they're struggling. And Trevor Ariza, I mean, I feel bad for the guy, man. He needs to go back to Houston. He needs to find a way to get back to Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Um, I think at the time when this trade first happened, because there was enough time for them to get better, I was like, this is a solid B. Just because it does shore up some defensive end, and you could play Trevor Ariza at 2 through 4 with Otto Porter, which means you got two really strong wing defenders at any given time with John Wall and
Bradley
be able to hold that offense down. But now, ooh, it's a stain. You really just wasted Trevor Ariza's last, let's say, 2 actually good NBA years with this trade. Um, Austin Rivers is a little bit of a hooper, but every time I see Austin Rivers play, I immediately think he would kill in a rec league. And in the NBA, I'm like, he is going to get killed. And but he has his moments. And then giving up the future, well, somewhat future in Kelly Oubre, because I really don't think his ceiling is higher because he can do some stuff to improve. But what Kelly Oubre is doing now is what Kelly Oubre is going to be doing for the next 10 years. I really don't see him getting any better than what he is now.
Yeah.
Especially after I saw him slap the floor and then immediately get crossed by Luka Doncic. That was hilarious.
He slapped the floor and got crossed.
Immediately afterwards, like Luka was like, "Oh, you stupid! I got to get that one back." I was at the game, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, but I saw. I have to have faith for him because he came from. He played in Kansas.
Yeah.
But the pretty god, nah, that boy, butt.
He said, but. But
let me stop saying that. He's not butt. He's just not. I'm neutral on his impact in a game.
Yeah, me too. I'm neutral. He needs to improve on that 3 ball, and he can be like another Trevor Ariza, maybe be a 3-and-D guy. He could probably be one of those guys.
And if not, he becomes Nick Young.
Yeah, I don't think there'll never be another Nick Young in my opinion. That dude's wild. That dude is wild.
Bro, I feel like he could have a Nick Young impact, bro.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
There's too much flair. We just ain't gonna see enough of them.
Yeah.
And the next trade was Marshawn, not Marshawn Brooks, not Dylan Brooks. Marshawn Brooks.
Okay.
Or Wayne Selden, 2 second-round picks, and the Memphis Grizzlies get Justin Holiday.
I'll say for Chicago, I'll give them a B for racking up on the for the picks, because that's not the only trade that's coming up. They're just racking up on these second round and first round picks later down in the years.
Who's got those picks, by the way?
Yeah. Oh, hold up. Chicago received a 2019 and 2020 pick.
Mm-hmm.
And Memphis Grizzlies received Justin Holiday. What he brings to the table is he's more of like a 3-and-D guy. You know, he can shoot threes. He can hold defense. He's long, and I guess Memphis needs that.
Bro, Memphis needs a lot of things, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Shout out to my boy Calvin.
I like this trade, but I can only give it a C because it moves the needle for neither one of these guys. I'm not even sure Marshawn Brooks is getting playing time. I do think they should give Wayne Selden playing time, but that's also because he played at Kansas, and I'm a little partial, but I do like the Justin Holiday pickup for the Grizzlies. And the only reason why I say it's not the best because he is an older player. He's 29. I didn't think he was that old, to be honest with you. I did. I forgot he was. I think he's the oldest of the Holiday brothers too. I forgot all about that. I thought it was just. But he's 29. He does not move the needle for your team unless you were already at the top. Like he's a good person. He's a good eighth man on your squad.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you are trying to fail, great pickup, Memphis. Great pickup.
He said trying to fail. Wow.
Yeah, bro.
That was harsh. That was harsh, man. But hey, it is what it is.
Ain't gonna lie. Next one up is Chicago Bulls get MCW for a little chunk of cash, and the Houston Rockets get a second round pick. What do you think?
I'm gonna give that an F because I can give two cares about cash consideration. And Michael Carter Williams, he got waived anyway in a 2020 second round pick. What is that gonna do for the Houston Rockets? I mean, they might a diamond in the rough type guy, but I'm not sure they have that type of scouting there. But I can give that an F plus if there's such thing as that, man, because I can care less about it. Cash consideration. These guys.
I'll be real with you. I give this one a C. Just because the Bulls did get some salary cap space with the cash considerations, and the Rockets compiled some trade value, which literally means nothing. So as far as I'm concerned, this should not have been considered a trade. It's literally just paid for a second round pick. And that's cool and all, but this trade is the proverbial sense of what it feels like when you watch paint dry. Like nothing happened, bro, and you literally just wasted my time telling me this. Michael Carter Williams still in the league. That's crazy. Who knew?
Yeah, exactly.
And the next one up, my favorite trade of the year, Chicago Bulls get Carmelo Anthony, John Diebler, some coins, and the Rockets get We're just gonna call him
Dravic. I can't even say it.
We're just gonna call him the Dragon, bro.
All right. Taj Dragon.
Yeah. But what's your grade on this? Because I'm giving this a
D. A D. I'm giving it a D. Just because they got more cap space, like you said, cash consideration, and they're gonna waive Carmelo Anthony anyway, and maybe John Diebler. Maybe they might give him a chance. Maybe they might, but I know they're gonna waive Carmelo Anthony.
Who is John Diebler, bro?
Some guy that played in a Turkish league.
Word?
Yeah, played in the Turkish league, and I He was taken in the 51st overall by the Portland Blazers back in 2011.
Bro, you out here did your research.
We got to do, man.
I didn't even bother looking up who John Diebler was. As far as I'm concerned, this is the they just had a 6'7" ball boy who they need to get rid of. Because I have no idea who this guy is, bro. It is kind of the same thing with Tia the Dragon, because I have no idea who this guy is too. And
I know he's.
Okay, never mind. You ain't doing no research. You just read the. You just read the instant analysis, bro. I hate you. I feel like the Dragon has not played any NBA minutes, even though he was drafted in 2008, bro.
We gotta figure out how to pronounce these Turkish and German names, man. We gotta figure it out one of these days.
I really want to, but I also feel like this is going to be the last time I ever have to say Tidia Dragon. I feel
Maybe.
like his name is never going to pop up again, bro.
Probably not. Like, how's these guys in the league, man? Maybe I need to try out for a dang team.
Bro, you know what it is, right?
Goodness
Especially
gracious.
I'm telling you, if I always say this because in my heart of hearts, I feel like it's true. If I was 6'8", I'd be somewhere floating around in the G League right now, bro.
Making money. You be making money. You
I mean, not really, bro.
Yeah, man, you can make some
I think
money.
I think with my bounce, if I was 6'8", I think I'd definitely be on somebody's 2-way contract, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You look like more of an Indiana guy. Like they'll pick you up. They'll pick you up, put on your 2-way contract, work your way in, you know, work your
Yeah,
way in.
I feel like I'd be the opposite of whatever my boy Jared Allen is. You know how he blocking everybody? I would just attempt to block everybody and get dunked on. I just like, and I just smile about it. I'm like, I dunked on me, yo. Like his sweat is in my chin hair, bro. That's crazy. But let's get into this next pick, which is one of the best picks. Drafts. Wow, trades of the year with Kristaps, Tim Hardaway Jr., Courtney Lee, and Trey Burke going to the Dallas Mavericks, and the New York Knicks getting DeAndre Jordan, Dennis Smith Jr., uh, Wesley Matthews, and 2 future first round picks.
And it says in the instant analysis that the Knicks they did a good job freeing up cap space so they can land 2 big free agents this summer. And I think I'll give it a B plus, an A, almost an A, but I'll give it a B plus for
Yeah.
both teams for getting those type of players on their team and coming up with a plan. I
Yeah.
like it.
I'll be real with you. I'm very close to giving them a B plus, but I got to go with a B just because.
B.
When was the last time you heard someone tearing their ACL and it took a year to come back, bro? It's been a minute since I heard somebody taking a full year to come back. That's usually more of like a 9 months thing, and I get he's 7'3" and he's made out of sticks, but that's a little puzzling, and I'm okay with you being hesitant considering somebody showed like he's only played 186 games of the 296 he was available to play. So you missing 110 games is automatically alarming to me. But that's just how I feel about that. But if everything works out, I already talked about that pick and roll being crucial, and yeah, that's the main thing about it. In the Knicks better spend their money wise because if they walk away from free agency next year with somebody like Allen Crabbe and Kelly Oubre getting the max deal, I would be so puzzled, bro.
Yeah,
But that
that's true.
also sounds like a super Knicks thing to happen.
Yeah, Mike Dolan he just needs to retire.
Did you say
It's
Mike Dolan? Don't you mean Jim Dolan?
Jim Dolan.
Is it
Who's
like
Mike? I thought it was Mike Dolan.
nah, bro? I'm pretty sure it's Jim Dolan. I've been
Michael
wrong,
Dolan.
bro.
Is it Michael Dolan or
Oh,
something
yeah,
like that?
it's definitely Jim Dolan, bro.
Jim Dolan. Okay, Jim Dolan needs to retire and sell the team, man. He's been a terrible owner for the last couple years for this New York franchise, making bad trades, bringing Phil Jackson in and picking up guys that they never heard of. Frank Nutella. Do you like that guy? Do you like that guy?
Just
How you say his last name? Frank Nutella? Nick Nutella? How you say his name?
You call that
Like,
boy Frank Nutella. You call that boy hazelnut spread. Oh snap! You say yeah, Frank Hazelnut.
Frank
Frank
Hazel. Frank
Ntilikina.
Hazel.
Yeah. It's like Nilikina. Yeah,
Yeah, Nilla
Nilikina.
Killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. They passed up on a lot of draft picks, man. They're just a very dysfunctional franchise.
Yeah.
And ever since he took over at least.
Yeah. I got a question for you on this one.
So
Do you think with this trade, since they have so much money, it entices people more to go there or less because they gave up Kristaps?
If I was a player, I wouldn't want to go if they got rid of the star that I wanted to, like have a star there. You got to have a star there. But also at the same time, they can go there. It's a large market. They can go there and hype it up. But I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure on that one. Yeah. I wouldn't want to go until Jim Dolan is gone.
Yeah, bro. But you're not a superstar, so you don't know nothing about the sacrifices.
I'm a superstar.
Stop. Right. As a superstar, I know the sacrifices you make for your family, and that's I'm the industry. Jim Dolan, if you hear this, you can reach me at 816-555-3772. I can play 1 through 5. I understand that I am 5'10", but you would not find a more scrappy human being than me. And I can also do math in my head. So you don't even have to worry about writing my check. I can do it. I can do it for you. Let's go ahead and talk about this next trade, which again is another drying paint trade. The Bulls receive Timothy Lawler Carrot. Even though his last name is Cabaret, but I prefer Carrot. And cash considerations, boy, they are just taking money from everybody. And Oklahoma City gets a protected 2020 second round pick, which also means nothing. They just gave Buddy away, and they paid to give him away.
But the Thunder will be saving $7.3 million in luxury tax. Yeah. And that's what they're known for, saving money. You know what I'm saying? That's why they didn't pick up James Harden. You know what I'm saying? $4 million. $4 million.
Hey, let's not bring that up, bro. Let's not bring that up because my feelings were hurt. I still miss James Harden, bro.
Bro.
I miss Kevin Durant more, but I miss James Harden too. But yeah. This trade, it's an I. I got to give it an I. It's incomplete. I don't know. Nothing happened here. I don't know why you made the move outside of getting this money. Well, yeah. I still got to go with an I because I don't really care about your money. I don't care about how much you spend. Just make my team good. Let's go on to the next trade. Your boy Rodney Hood, the former Duke Blue Devil, for Wade Baldwin the fourth, Nick Stauskas, and two first round picks. What you think?
I'll give it a C. C+, high C+, about a 78, 79 around that range. Because mainly because Rodney Hood going to Portland, like I said earlier, that's just adding to their point guard, adding to their depth on the team, especially going to the playoffs. If they even get to the playoffs, I'm pretty sure they'll get to the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
they're
in the West.
Yeah, they're a solid team. They have an overall solid team. Cleveland Cavaliers receiving Wade Baldwin and Nick Stauskas. I would say they need players anyway, so why not? Get those two guys. They got a shooter and a okay point guard / shooting guard type player, but man, it is what it is.
Yeah,
prayers to those guys.
Yeah, Cavaliers did a good job tanking in this trade because they immediately gave them up. We'll talk about that later though. But yeah, the only thing they've gained is the second round picks, and I completely understand getting that just so you can do some diamond and rough stuff in the future. But I think Portland, I don't think they did their due diligence with this trade. I get it, Rodney Hood is a shooter, but Rodney Hood can't do anything for you else defensively. He's for lack of better words, trash.
I wouldn't say he's trash.
I would say he's a negative. He doesn't do much on the defensive end, and if all you can do is let's go back to the finals. He gave you buckets and garbage time, and that's it. That's literally it.
Yeah.
That's cool and all, but you do nothing for me.
It wasn't because he was trash. It was
just because he didn't deserve it, bro. Like, everybody else was like, you didn't play because of your attitude. We really you want to bring that somewhere else, even though he seems like he's excited to go there. But
I know I would.
I don't care.
You giving it an eye too?
No, I'm not gonna give it an I. I'm gonna give it like a C minus, just because your real issue is your defense. You have your two leading scorers cannot play defense whatsoever, bro. Like they get cooked on a daily basis. And you and you picked a guy that can't play defense and he can shoot. Like you could have went and got a 3-and-D player. You could have brought Wesley Matthews back. Yeah. I imagine the fans would have loved that because Wesley Matthews was cooking when he was
lining it up.
Boy, I still remember hitting a half-court shot with him in like 2K10. Wait, was it? I think it was like 2K14. My little brother cried. It was hilarious. Shout out to Perk. Love you. Philadelphia 76ers receive Tobias Harris, Boban, Mike Scott, and Clippers receive Wilson Chandler, Mike Muscala, Landry Shamet, 2020 first-round pick, 2021 first-round pick from Miami, and 2 second-round picks from Detroit.
A+. I give this an overall A+. This is one of my favorite trades. Coming from both sides, actually, because the 76ers, they received Tobias Harris, an offensive guy. He can play the 4. He can play the 3. His defense is a little sketchy, just a little sketchy. Boban, that'd be a nice piece. And Mike Scott, also. He's a solid player. I haven't seen him play in a while, but from the LA Clippers, getting Wilson Chandler more shooting. Mike Muscala, he's a shooter. Landry Shamet, he's a shooter. Got a 2020 first-round pick. You can't go wrong with that. And then they also got a first-round pick from Miami. So
he's going to be trash in 2021.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you here. I wouldn't go as far as saying an A+. From everything I see on paper, B+. I just don't know how everything's going to fit. Yeah. If everything fits well, I can give them an A because this is a home run. I think where they're going to hurt the most is Landry Shamet was lighting it up, bro. Like he could shoot, he could run a little bit of your offense, but the most important thing was he's like 6'4", so there's a little bit of switchability there. He actually played defense, and he was just coming in hot every night. But I completely get what you're doing here. You do got a solid rotational pick in Landry Shamet. It's just really going to see how everybody's going to fit because Jimmy Butler going to get his. Joel Embiid is going to get his. I could see Ben Simmons deferring a little bit more. I don't know. Tobias Harris with him not getting the ball as much and I don't know, man. It's just too many things up in the air. They do play pretty soon. But what I'm most excited to see from this team is when they play. I think they played the Bucks recently. But I'm most excited to see is when they play the Celtics, because that's the biggest test as far as I'm concerned. And when they play the Warriors, and that's both coming up in like I think they play the Celtics on the 12th, and then they play the Warriors in March. So hopefully that's a little bit more chemistry they have together for that one in March, because that will be the telltale signs if they can actually be who we think they are from this pick. And Boban backing up Embiid, very, very solid. And considering that Embiid is basically, he's fighting through a back injury, super smart pickup having another big guy who's, for lack of a better word, inept in some areas, but just a monster of a dude. Want to move on to the next?
Yeah, let's get on to it.
All right, another I'll give you 2 apples for 1 apples trade with the Los Angeles Lakers getting Reggie Bullock for Svi Mykhailiuk in a future second round pick. Um, I personally love Svi because, again, he's from Kansas and he has a stroke, bro. Like that's one thing. Like that's him. I get it. He's a little bit streaky, but when he's hot. Now, maybe Reggie Bullock gives you a little bit more consistency, but I personally, this has to be a long term thing. I gotta see how long Reggie Bullock is on his contract, because I personally don't see what they're trying to do here, unless somebody wants him in like a trade asset. So I give this one a C minus, because nothing happened here, but it wasn't good. What about you?
I'll say a C plus. That's also mainly because Reggie Bullock. You know he's a great shooter, but also Mikhailov's a good shooter. So only thing I can see about this is that the reason why they got Reggie is because LeBron James, and he wants shooters and veterans at the same time. Mikhailov's, he's first year. They didn't give him opportunity. They didn't give him opportunity to even flourish, but it is what it is, man. It's the league. It's business.
Yeah, I actually see what they did with the Reggie Bullock thing. His contract's up this year.
Yeah.
So they just that's cap space.
Yep.
Just got Buddy off the books. Cool. I better hope y'all can sign somebody. That's all I say.
Well, hopefully we get Anthony Davis.
Yeah. So in the 76ers bought another player. They got Malachi Richardson, a 2020 second round pick, the draft rights to Emer Pretzel. Pretzel Dick. I don't want to do that boy like that. We're just gonna call the boy Pretzel. And Toronto Raptors got cash consideration. Okay. I know Malachi Richardson is not about to get any playing time, so that's cool. I guess.
I'm gonna give this one a P, man. Pointless. I'm gonna give this one a P, man, because there's nothing really going on besides a 2022 second round pick. That's in like 3 years from now, 2 years from now. So, and who the heck is Emer Pretzel? Who is this guy? Who is that guy?
I don't know who Pretzel is, bro.
And Mikal Richardson, he's a solid player. He's cool. He's not the best, but
Buddy averaged 4.7 minutes a game.
Maybe I'm thinking about his college years. I'm probably thinking about his college years, man.
Bro, he wasn't even killing stuff like that at Syracuse.
I'm not saying he was killing. I'm saying he was a solid player. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say he's killing. I wouldn't say he's Zion Williams. I'm not saying he's doing that type of stuff. But he was a solid player at Syracuse.
Okay. Let's move on to the next. Phoenix Suns receive Tyler Johnson and Wayne Ellington. Miami Heat get Ryan Anderson. I actually like this trade from a money perspective. They gave Tyler Johnson a bag and a half. I want to say like last season. And Tyler Johnson is not worth a bag and a half. He's worth a few doubloons.
He's worth 19.
But not a bag and a half, bro. Wayne Ellington, all I have to say from like a Thunder fan perspective is that I really need them to cut him and for us to pick him up, because Buddy kind of got that chop and he plays a little bit of defense. And I would love to see that dude back up my boy Terrence Ferguson. And then Ryan Anderson. Ryan Anderson is just he's done. He's done. If he plays, I'll be surprised, but he's done.
Yeah, he like disappeared last season. I don't know what happened. He was shooting threes, and then next thing you know, the guy just disappeared. They just stopped playing him. And then you hear he gets waived.
You know what it was, right? He couldn't play defense.
Yeah, so he was a liability.
He giving you that shooting, and then he's literally like having a fence post out there on defense.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, but I do remember when Ryan Anderson was like, everybody was like, "Ooh, Ryan Anderson, you need a stretch four." And then somebody was like, "Hey, we gotta play defense.
He's got to play defense. Yeah, I could see that.
I feel like Anthony Davis would cook that boy. Like cook
Oh
him
yeah.
bad. Like
Oh yeah.
60 bad.
Oh yeah. Murder session for Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I don't know if I graded this one. I give it a B minus. No, C plus. C plus. Plus for the moving the money. C for the transaction period. It was pointless. Pelicans get Markieff Morris in a 2023 second round pick, and Washington Wizards receive Wesley Johnson.
Wesley Johnson.
Yeah, Wesley Johnson came back to get traded immediately.
Now, can you tell me the reason why they traded Markieff Morris?
Let me see, because I got a feeling Markieff is on his contract is about to be up. Because I feel like that's the only good reason to have him skedaddle. Yeah. They just he gone. His contract's up at the end of the year, and he's finna be 30, so he's going to be on the streets with all those millions of dollars. And Wesley Johnson, I'm assuming Wesley Johnson is in the same boat, but he makes less money this year. Let's see. My bad. Let's see what Wesley Johnson out here doing. Yep, he about to be a free agent, so I can see him getting waived in the next couple of days, and somebody giving him a little baby bag. Oh wait, okay, never mind. I didn't. Yeah, Wesley Johnson. Yeah, he about to get that toodaloo.
Yeah, Wesley Johnson's only getting paid $6 million, and his contract is up after next season. So
they literally just they traded him to spend less money this year, which is cool, I guess.
Yeah, made to save money. That's probably what it is. Save money, and probably try to release cap space. You know, that's how the NBA does it.
Yeah, I want to give it an eye because it literally does nothing for anybody besides like
Maybe the Pelicans.
I don't think Markieff is. He not moving a needle like that, bro. But
I don't.
You think he moving a needle like that?
You know, bringing some veteranship, maybe. You know,
Right.
possibility. He's in a better environment, so we can see how he's gonna flourish. Even though he's 30, you know what I'm saying? Father Time's gonna catch up to him. But
hey, real talk. Nobody needs a veteran presence in New Orleans. There is no like young people there. It's literally just a bunch of like 25. It's literally a bunch of vets who should barely be in the NBA, bro.
barely. Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday deserves to be in the NBA. I cannot tell you they're starting 5 outside of Drew Holiday and
maybe E'Twaun Moore. I think E'Twaun Moore's in the starting lineup. Maybe.
I forgot about E'Twaun Moore.
Dang.
No, this is how I feel about E'Twaun Moore. When you start a new, I forgot which mode it is on 2K. What's the one where you open the packs up?
Team. I think it's team.
My team. When you open a pack, you always get E'Twaun Moore that first day.
Yeah.
That's how you know that boy garbage.
Yep.
Garbage. Like I'm not starting. You're not starting, bro. You're not starting. If I open a pack and you the first person I get, bro, you can't start for me, bro. I refuse, bro.
Facts. Yeah.
But he got a chop, so I understand why he's starting. But no, bro. Like,
I believe Julius Randle's is starting too. He deserves to be in. Yeah, he should be.
Off the bench. I thought he was still coming off the bench because Nikola Mirotic was starting.
But Anthony Davis is not playing. Well, he can't put him at the 5 though, so I don't know. Maybe not. Somebody has to fill that hole. You know, that's a giant hole to fill, but
yeah. Speaking of whatchamacallit, I wish him the best. I hope he gets a bag this year because that boy is a hooper. Let's move on to the next pick. Otto Porter Jr. for Jabari Parker and Bobby Portis. I'm assuming they got Bobby Portis so he could find what's that boy name? He just blew his Achilles out. John Wall, punch him in the jaw for blowing his Achilles out.
At home.
I don't even want to know what Buddy was doing, bro.
Yeah, me neither. What was he doing? Playing Guitar Hero or something? Slid on the kitchen floor or something? Like, so bad.
Bro, I am puzzled.
I'm very puzzled.
Bro, he went full Andrew Bynum, bro. Hey, you get hurt at home, bro. You supposed to be rehabbing. You got hurt? What? And it's not like it's a toe injury, like you stubbed your toe real bad. You blew your Achilles out, bro. The only thing I could possibly think, there's what's that one movie where Buddy is in a white dress shirt and he ain't got no pants on, and he just comes sliding. He slides into the frame. It's like I can't think of the song. I think it's like Tom Cruise is in the movie, but I'm assuming he did something like that, and that's how he tore his shit, bro. It's so stupid.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Or he was about to dive in and did not land right, bro.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, come on, man. What you doing, big fella?
I think I know what you're talking about. It's an older movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the movie. I know what you're talking about. You're on to something.
You want to know why I can't think of the movie? It's because I've never seen it in its entirety. I've only seen that part. That's the only part I want to say.
I know exactly. I've seen the whole movie. I just can't remember what it's called.
Of course you saw the whole movie, Levi.
I'm a movie guy, man. Don't judge me.
You're from Belton, Missouri. That's why you saw the whole movie.
I'm from Belton, Missouri, really? Do you think I'm really from Belton, Missouri?
Yeah, I believe you're from Belton, Missouri.
You're the one that's been there longer than me. Way longer than me.
Second grade, and I've never seen that movie. So,
man, I'm from KC Metro, the KC Metro area. That's where I'm from.
Metro Bus. Okay.
Yes. Yes. I lived on a bus most of my life.
Let's get back to these trades, bro.
What do you like about the Otto Porter trade, though?
There's nothing I like about this trade. The one bright spot about this trade is Jabari Parker is about to get a shot to kind of show why he should still be in the NBA. And I need him to have a resurgence, much like my boy Jahlil Okafor is down there. And that's who might be starting at the center. Jahlil Okafor. Just because I really like both of them. I remember watching Jabari Parker's Ball is Life tapes and thinking, how in the world is anybody thinking Andrew Wiggins is better than this guy? It has to be the athleticism. Because Jabari Parker could literally do everything, bro, in high school.
Yeah. You know, both of those players played for my school, right? Jahlil Okafor and Jabari Parker, right? Duke Nation.
Okay, whatever.
Duke Nation. Championships.
And then they got that boy Bobby Portis to be an enforcer. If anybody step out of line, he gonna break your jaw. But really don't see. I feel bad for Otto Porter right now. Like the only good thing about it is he's closer to home. That's literally the only good thing about that. That and he's still getting the bag, bro. He getting a fat bag. He'll be crying into all those millions of dollars he's going to be getting for the next couple of years.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Next up is the Harrison Barnes to the Kings, and the Dallas Mavericks get Justin Jackson and Zach Randolph.
I like this trade mainly because the Dallas Mavericks they're really trying to create something there. They're really trying to get players, get veterans in there. They got a lot more young guys, but they got vets there too. So just adding more to the crop. And Harrison Barnes getting traded in the middle of a game. Yeah, prayers out to that guy. Having to deal with that. Agent probably came up to him. What you want? What you want, man? You got traded. Sorry, guy. You can't play for the rest of the game. That's scandalous. But going to Sacramento, I guess they do need another small forward there that knows how to score and gets his own buckets and rebound. So I like this trade. I'll give it a C plus.
Okay. I don't like this. Let me see. Before I say I don't like this trade, I don't like this trade because I feel like Harrison Barnes is more of a win now type of guy. Like that's somebody you at the minimum you want coming off your bench. But he about to get 25.
You said off.
Off my bench. He's about to get $25 million next year.
That's a lot of cash.
He's about to get a big old bag, a big old fat bag. And unless you definitely see the trade value in this guy going up either in the summer or during the season next year, kind of puzzled by this pick. Because as good as the Kings are, I don't know if Harrison Barnes moves the needle enough for them next year to get into the playoffs, especially with Dallas bringing back a healthy Kristaps Porzingis. You were close this year. You've been hovering around that 8 to 10 spot all year. I imagine De'Aaron Fox is going to come back better. I imagine Marvin Bagley is going to come back better. Giles, all those guys are going to come back better. But I don't think he gets you from number 10 in the West to number 8. Like, I like him. I really do. And then I don't know what the Dallas Mavericks are doing with the Justin Jackson pick because he does not move a needle whatsoever, bro. And
but he's a young player. He's a young player, so he has a ceiling still there that he can either reach or don't. You know.
Okay, I've seen him play long enough to know that his ceiling is about where he's at. Like he's only. You think he got a second gear?
I think he can improve. Yeah, I think he can improve.
This is why I'm saying I don't think he's gonna get any better. I'm gonna try to share my screen with you if I can figure out how to do that. But I am looking at his. All right, can you see me?
Yeah.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen now.
Yeah, if you look at his stuff according to Basketball Reference, he's literally the same exact guy. Like each year.
Yeah.
Personal foul.
He's been there for 2 years.
Turnovers, blocks, steals, assists, literally the same exact numbers. His free throw percentage got a little bit better. But like shooting from the field, nope. He's barely a 35% shooter, which is like league average. So this is who you're getting. You're getting a 6'8" dude who needs to be like your 8th, 9th guy off the bench, unless he can tap into some type of defensive potential, which I don't think he has. I think you're looking at a done deal. So maybe I know this is definitely a money move because I know they're also letting Zach Randolph walk. At least they're talking to him about going ahead and getting out of here and going to beat somebody up in Detroit later. But this is a money move for Dallas. Not sure what the Kings are doing. And I blame that solely on Divac because I don't think he knows what he's doing.
Me neither. Me neither.
Yeah. But ready to move on to the next one?
Yes, let's get on to the next.
Houston Rockets pick up Shump with the pump. My boy Amon Shumpert. Nick Costello, also known as Nick Stauskas. Wade Baldwin IV. He does not have a nickname, poor guy. 2021 second round pick. Sacramento gets Alec Burks, who is literally, as far as I'm concerned, the same guy as Harrison Barnes, except without a post game. 2020 second round pick. And the Cleveland Cavaliers get the guy who was once murdered by
DeAndre Jordan.
by DeAndre Jordan and Marquise Chris, a first-round pick, and a 2022 second-round pick. Yeah. I want to say I would give this entire trade a B.
I was gonna say the same thing. I'll give it a B. It's pretty solid. Like it's a pretty solid trade. Prayers out to once again, Nick Scousis and Wade Baldwin. Prayers out to those guys. Alec Burke getting traded again, and I like Cleveland's pick too. They got Marquise Chris, solid player, 2019 first round pick, and 2022 second round pick. So they're making moves. David Griffin's making moves over there. So yeah.
Yeah, bro. I can't.
And also, the Houston Rockets making moves. They got more shooters on their team.
Actually, they dropped off Nick Stauskas in ball.
Oh wow, they really. Oh, that's all bad. Yep.
Yeah,
That's all bad.
I kind of like Alec Burks to Sacramento. I don't know why. Just out of sight, out of mind type guy. I feel like he's going to be good for the youngins to practice with. Then Brandon Knight, Marquise Chris. You're already thinking, why not get a mediocre point guard and even more mediocre power forward while also getting some picks, especially a first round pick in this upcoming draft. You need it.
Yeah, you need everything they can get. Everything they can get. Everything.
If somebody was offering you a mayonnaise sandwich, you take it. you
take it.
The best, bro.
Take it. If they don't put the Doritos on there, just take the sandwich, man. You don't need all the other stuff. Just take it. Take
if
what
somebody
you can get.
offers you, if you the Cleveland Cavaliers, somebody offers to give you the dust off the fingers after eating Cheeto Puffs, you take it. You take it and just hope you can flip it for something else, bro. Oh man.
Oh man, it's funny.
All right, and I think that's the last trade, bro.
That's all the trades, yep.
I think that's all the trades.
It's a lot of bull. Yeah, it's a lot of trades.
I'm not gonna lie, this was a really entertaining trade deadline. But as far as seeing like superstars move, nah, bruh.
Not happening.
Oh snap! They don't got the Gasol trade on here yet. You know that boy Gasol got traded to Toronto.
To Toronto, I like that pick. I mean, not that pick. I like that trade because they have more bigs on their team. Did they trade him for Valanciunas?
Yeah, they traded him for Valanciunas. I can't think of his name right now. DeLon Wright, I believe his name is. And,
yeah, DeLon Wright. Yep.
And one more guy. I'm looking up his name now. I can't believe I almost forgot to talk about my boy Fultsy. I'll snap, and we forgot about with the. Okay, yeah, it's actually a couple of trades that just they haven't posted yet. But Marc Gasol got traded for Jonas Valanciunas, DeLon Wright, CJ Miles, and a 2024 second round pick for that boy Gasol. I don't hate it. CJ Miles hasn't played a lot of minutes. 2024 second round pick doesn't really mean anything right now. DeLon Wright, solid backup. Jonas Valanciunas not having an amazing season. Neither is Gasol for that part, but Gasol has just way better intangibles. I see it. I think he'll be an upgrade on defense. To actually give you somebody solid that you'll need against a lot of the bigs in the big in East. And that's pretty much Joel Embiid, and I guess you kind of worry about Horford, but not really. I just think it's a solid pick. You got another person that can run the offense for you and also get you buckets when the time calls for it.
Yep. Yeah, he can put his back against the basket. He's a hard worker. He can spread out the floor, and like you say, he can pass. So I like that. I like that. He can bring a lot of productivity to the table, especially coming in the playoffs. If I know they're going to the playoffs, so they could possibly get to the Eastern Conference. If Kawhi, it depends what Kawhi is doing. You know what I'm saying? He can bring them over the top.
Yeah, and I'll be real with you. I am sad all over again because they traded my boy Michael Beasley and Zubac from the Lakers to get Mike Muscala. And I love Michael Beasley, bro.
What?
Yeah.
They traded Zubox?
They traded Zubac for Mike Muscala, bro. I was confused.
Why? Is it for LeBron James to get more shooters? Is that what it is?
I think it is. I also think his money is coming off at the end of this season. And
Preparing for Anthony Davis. That's what they're doing.
yeah, you just open up another spot for Anthony Davis, which is cool, and I hope you get it. Because if you don't,
yeah, it's gonna be a sting.
Make the playoffs next year, and I'm not. I'm happy about it. To be honest with you, just because it can shake something up. Yeah, Mike Muscala is off the books next year.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Just getting guys off the books so they can have a solid summer, free agency summer.
Yeah.
Okay, I can understand that.
I'm gonna be real with you. I would hate the NBA trade deadline if I was an accountant for any of these teams, bro.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
You getting paid for it, so you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, but that's a headache, bro. Especially if you work for like
Cleveland.
Yeah, bro.
Chicago. Those
Everybody
guys
just making moves, bro. I'd be hot. But that boy. But did you grade the? I say C for the Michael Beasley Zubac trade. Nothing goes up, nothing goes down. Kind of upset that you traded Zubac. He was actually looking kind of nice, and I love Michael Beasley, bro.
I'll give it a D. Be honest with you.
Gotcha.
Not a fan of it.
Understandable. What about Skal Labissiere from the King? Well, the Kings get Caleb Swanigan, and the Blazers get Skal Labissiere.
Oh, I like that. I like it.
Bro, Skal trash, bro.
He was good in college. He was solid in college.
He wasn't even good in college, bro. He was scary, bro.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But he had potential, man. He had potential.
Bro, I'm tired of potential, bro.
He had a pull-up jumper. He was a 4 pick and pop guy. He could take you off the dribble.
He couldn't even shoot at Kentucky, though.
He could shoot a little bit. Yeah, I've seen him do a couple turnaround jumpers in the post. I've seen him do that quite a few times.
Be real with you. I still think this is the dumbest thing I've ever said. I did not like Anthony Davis as a prospect because I did not see the hype when he was at Kentucky.
What?
Yeah, bro. I'll be real with you.
What?
People who are almost 7 foot tall and as skinny as Anthony Davis was, I don't like it. Like I need my big to have some muscle to it. Like the only reason why I like Joel Embiid immediately is because he moved extremely well, and I did not see the same thing from what's buddy name?
Anthony or Skal?
Anthony Davis when he was at Kentucky. I literally think it was because I only saw him play against Kansas, and I was just upset the entire game. Because I'm pretty sure he was roasting them boys without even scoring, and I think that's like a fair trade with the Skal Labissiere and the Caleb Swanigan thing. Because Caleb Swanigan and Skal Labissiere, none of them boys are producing in the NBA right now.
I say Swanigan is he's cool. He produced he produced a little bit for the Trailblazers.
What did he do?
He shot. He played defense. He caught alley hoops. He
send me a good game he had.
Against the don't remember. Don't know. But I
Yeah,
seen him play a little bit, and he brings something to the table.
he,
Definitely.
I'll give you that. He does bring something to the table, but he does not bring enough. It's like if we had a cookout, he brought a package of 20 forks. There's 50 people here. Where are the rest of the forks, bro?
You
Like
gotta
I
go
didn't
get
even give you anything hard, bro. Forks are like $1, and you didn't even bring half. Like, what are we doing out here, bro?
it.
And
That's
then
funny.
that boy Fultz got traded for Jonathan Simmons, a first round pick and a second round pick. Um, I like it. I like it because I've been saying this since the beginning of the year. Fultz needs to be in a place where there's less eyes on him, and that's exactly what's going to happen in Orlando. Because I can't remember the last time the boys was on TV, and more importantly, I can't remember the last time I wanted to watch the Magic play. And you are talking to a person who one of the biggest reasons why he moved to Florida in the first place to go to college was because of the Orlando Magic. Um, so yeah, I think he'll do well there. There will be plenty of times where he has to create his own offense and he needs those reps. So, uh, am I sad to see him go? I am, but I give this trade a B because it helps everybody. Jonathan, we saw what Jonathan Simmons did when he was with the
Spurs.
Spurs. Really confused why they didn't re-sign him. He probably was asking for too much money. But
Yeah.
you get a. I hope the 76ers release him, to be honest with you, so he can. He's not a good enough shooter, but we get another guy who can play a little bit of offense and do some defense. I wouldn't mind seeing him on the Thunder, bro. Be
Thunder,
real.
yeah. Yeah, I could see that. But he had to play the shooting guard position. Definitely.
Oh yeah, you back up
Tony Ferguson, because
Terrence Ferguson and
Terrence Ferguson,
yeah.
Dennis Schroeder's playing back up against behind Russell Westbrook, and he's playing pretty good this year. He's playing
Actually,
pretty
I
good.
want to say he could. I think he should back up Paul George. To
Paul
be
George.
honest with you, because
Okay.
I think Jonathan Simmons is what about like 6'6".
Yeah, he's about 6'6".
Yeah, and I can't think of the other backup small forward we have in
Me neither.
yeah, and I covered the team, bro, and I can't think of I can't think of buddy. Um, but I also wouldn't mind seeing this pick up like Enes Kanter because Enes Kanter got moved. But yeah, bro, that's that's all the trades, my guy.
Sounds good. Sounds good, man.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about before we get up out of here?
Not that I know of.
All right. Tell the people where they can find you, my guy.
You can find me on Instagram. Your boy gets buckets. I'm just kidding. Fourth quarter legends. That's on my personal account. But fourth quarter legends. Also on Twitter. Fourth quarter legends. With a Z at the end. Not an S, a Z. But yeah, there we go.
All right. And bro, you know what I just realized? We did this whole thing and we didn't even introduce the podcast, bro.
And this is Travel Hoopers, guys. Don't forget.
But yeah, I am Alan Pettigrew. We about to sign off. You can find me on Twitter at oh boy, it's been a minute, huh? You can follow me on Twitter at AP underscore the underscore great underscore. And also don't forget to follow the Traveling Hoopers page at Traveling Hooper. We got a lot of big things coming out. We got a rematch of RJ Hampton versus his home team rivalry school, the Colony. Another big game coming up Friday. Also have a lot of stories that I'm working on. I'm trying to get in touch with Jeff Green to do a story on him basically being the Iron Man of the NBA. Y'all know He had heart surgery. I want to say it's 6 years ago now, but he's still an impactful player and doing crazy things on the court. And I know there's a million and one stories, but I want to be the million and second story to tell because that's powerful. And then I have another one on how Terrence Ferguson is another big reason why the Thunder are having such a great season. And I'll have another article up today on Vegas Sports Daily about Mia Kofi, who plays for the Las Vegas Aces. She just won the Australian League MVP. So that'll be up in about like an hour or so. But outside of that, thank you guys for listening. This has been the Traveling Hoopers Podcast. See you.
See you.